One in a lot of different respects, and it's crucial. We need everyone to come out today because we know that it's not easy to vote anymore. It just isn't. You look at voter ID in Texas, you have people who are discouraged to come out and vote.
Yeah.
We're talking about a right in our Constitution, and there are people now who are afraid to come out and vote because they may not have the right voter ID. So we need everyone to come out. This is your chance. This is a public hearing.
So you threw out a key word here: fear, afraid. People are afraid and fearful to come out and vote. And so we're talking with Mr. Goodwille Pierre and Alejandro Reyes about the National Commission on Voting Rights Texas hearing on voting here today on the campus of Texas Southern University at the Thurgood Marshall School of Law at 10 a.m. So you talked about fear and being fearful. What are the modern day tactics of suppression, voter suppression, that we see or don't see?
I'm glad you. I mean, that, you know, it's almost like you cued into my mind, Brother Thaddeus. To preface my answer, August 6th of next year, it will be the 50th year of the signing of the 1965 Voting Act. It so happens I was born in '65, so next year I'll be 50 years old. I'm sitting here in this room for your next segment. Aljanita Davis Seegers. She was a past president of the National Bar. I'm running for president of the National Bar. This is essential because from a historical perspective, you're looking at new mechanisms to prevent us from voting. So you started with the poll tax. If you did not pay some real estate tax, in fact, if you know, kind of interesting, we have the voter registrar here, and then we also have the tax assessor. We have two different places. You register to vote, and it's in a tax assessor's office, but the person who runs the election is a voter registrar. Why is that? Because that is residual from our past impediments to registration, because you had to show that you paid your taxes before you can vote. And instead of modernizing to the current time, since we don't have a poll tax, they have chose and continue to keep the database that holds people who are registered in the tax assessor's office. It makes no sense. Now we have morphed to purging voter rolls, not educating our formerly incarcerated persons who are off paper, that's off parole and probation, that they have a right to vote in Texas. Voter ID, requiring people to go and get an additional ID who may not drive or anything else, who don't need it, in order for them to vote. Changing the voter locations. And what you have to understand, and Alejandro could explain even more detail, that this Shelby versus Holder case is significant because before, and this is because of Texas's past history, you could not move voter locations before a certain time period of voting, or you couldn't do certain things without being pre-cleared.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Go ahead.
The Shelby v. Holder. Which one is that? Is that Section 4? Which one is that?
That's Section 5.